Their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top flight.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The previous play is under review.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Ready. 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Davis. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From midfield, Elway. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
On first down, Vaughn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Hits his target, Hunter. And they work this out past the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 116 yards.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know? Yeah. Well, the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Mickens to return. Well, it wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Elway. He completes this one to Mack. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. We're scoreless after one. On third down, Elway. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. On first down, Vaughn. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And Andrews lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now it's Elway. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's...
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Elway. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Dawson. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw is Elway. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 7-10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Elway firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again, it's Elway. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We got 3. We got 4.
On first down, Elway. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first,
there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll Brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Underneath to Davis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
On 1st down, Vaughn. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Vaughn.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old-reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down now, it's Vaughn. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
From the gun, a give to Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Elway. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Attack!
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and 1, it's Elway. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall, so I wonder what... the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out, or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Davis. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Elway. He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Ready. 60 or. 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing now is Elway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 21-10, a minute 45 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's Vaughn. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution.